Hey guys, welcome to CSN Talks. My name's Anthony, and yes, that's what I'm gonna call this stuff. Why not? Because that's the little hashtag we've been using, that little thing right there. I just got back from RTX 2017, which was amazing. It's my first time ever there. I got this hat there, Felty Casual, and I also got to meet a ton of amazing people at RTX. It was so cool. It was so cool. We at the Neebs Gaming group have never really done a meetup to that extent, where we actually went to a booth as like Neebs Gaming to meet so many awesome people, and it was so cool. Anyways, let's jump into the questions for today's video. First up, we have Dan at Rad Party Bro with the most important topic of the day, talking about butts. Hashtag CSN Talks. Now I imagine he wants me to talk about video game butts because this is a video game channel sometimes, most of the time, actually like 99% of the time it's video games, and only, 25% of the time is it butts. Because I'm a big fan of Dead or Alive, Overwatch, and many other games with butts. Now, while Dead or Alive is definitely has its fair share of butts, as you can see, unfortunately, that's not the selling point of Dead or Alive. There's another area where that game excels, so I think we're gonna just focus on Overwatch and talk about butts really quick. So, do you go with the most controversial butt, which is Tracers, or do you go with the most damn butt? And I think that would have to be Widowmaker. Widowmaker, definitely best butt. Leave a comment below, what do you guys think is the best butt? Clickbait! Our next question comes from Ace15892001 and says, Anthony, what do you think about the anti-cheat / game hack laws being around around the world? Now, this question, I want to talk on it, but I don't know a ton about like a lot of different things people are doing as far as, rules against hacking or anti-cheat stuff. But a lot of the times I hear about these problems in Overwatch when I play that, because I'm obviously an Overwatch fan, and you always hear about people getting banned in mass because Blizzard is very strict when it comes to people cheating in their games or hacking or doing anything like that. And people get banned by the thousands. And I always love it when people get banned and then bitch about how they got banned for cheating. It's like, you piece of shit, you piece of garbage, you cheated, you have no right to bitch. People bitch about like, oh, I gotta buy the game again. No, don't buy the game again. We don't want you there. I guess that can kind of just tell you my outlook on cheating in general. Don't do it. Don't do it. I never understood cheating. Like here's a story. In Halo 2, I would always love it. And not love it, but when a moment would happen where it would be 4 on 4 and then 3 of my teammates would drop out, I would do my best to fight back and actually like put up a fight against these 4 versus 1 as best as I could. And why? Because it was like a moment of like, I can do it, I can win. How could you ever justify cheating and then feel good about it? I don't get it. And maybe that's just me never understanding trolling culture. If you're a troll, you're a piece of shit. It goes like, I'm trolling in a video game. I don't care about how this affects other people. I don't care about other people. You're a piece of garbage. So if you're a troll, fuck off. People who make the cheats, they shouldn't be allowed to do it. Rather than going after people individually, yes, go after the people who create these hacks, create these things. I think it's great that there's laws against it, but the fact that it's cheating already means that the laws don't matter much. And the only thing I can see adding a bunch of like anti-hack cheats and laws is basically saying, here's what could happen to you if you're caught, so maybe it'll deter a lot of people from creating these things. Because for a lot of games, these people create these things and sell them for a few bucks here or there and make a killing, and there's no repercussions because nobody cares. So I think it's a good thing to have these laws in place. It's like Grand Theft Auto though. You should allow single player modding all you want. Go for it, have fun. But as soon as you take it online and it's affecting other people, no, it's not allowed. Fuck off. Our next question comes from Dan Games. Did you know he games on YouTube? And he says, why are people mad about Ark going to $60? Question mark. You should be mad about that, how they charged for DLC while in early access. I disagree with both of these things. And I get why. Charging for DLC on an early access game is a weird, shady move on a game that isn't as complete as Ark. If a game launched on early access with like 0% content or like a 1% content and then they wanted you to pay for more, bullshit. Ark, on the other hand, the stuff that's already in the game is insane. They've continued to update it every month with new animals, new things, new stuff to do, adding more things. The fact that they charge for DLC and for a whole new map and a whole new environment with different animals on it, I'm not mad about. I never was. I think it was completely justified. Because to me, Ark's out. Having the early access moniker on there just doesn't mean anything to me. To me, it's basically a released game, and then they wanted some money for all of this additional stuff. Now, I need to check, does the $60 include Scorched Earth? I don't know. I don't think so. But what I think Ark is doing is stepping up their pricing to having a full release. It's probably going to be coming out of early access soon. I bought Ark on the Xbox the other day for Neebs because they're going to do a stream with it eventually. But the game on there was $60, and I was kind of shocked because I only paid like 20 bucks for it when it was cheap. But that's the same thing that happened with Minecraft. Minecraft launched in alpha for like 10 bucks, then it went to 15, then it went to 30, and then it's more and more and more. As the game gets more complete and people are jumping into it later on, I think they should pay more. People paid a little less because they jumped in early on when there wasn't as much stuff. I don't have a problem with Ark, and maybe that's because I'm biased and we play it all the time, but there's a lot of stuff in that game that the $60 and even the early access DLC thing didn't bother me. I'm not ripped off by that game. Our next question comes from Conrad Pierce saying, #CSNTalks. Are you going to be trying out Destiny 2? Thoughts? I can make this quick. I might get sucked up into the hype of the game when it comes out, but right now I have no real interest in playing Destiny 2. Destiny 1 was just an okay shooter. It was the most okay game I've ever played. It's not that it was bad, it was just pretty good at everything, but none of it was amazing. The story was just all right. The gameplay was just all right. The modes and multiplayer was just all right. So I'm not really excited for Destiny 2 unless I really see a lot of changes. So sorry. If you're excited for it though, next question comes from @ShadowCloud777. We have a lot this week. Let's see how many we can cover real quick. How long will Overwatch be a thing? Will it ever die down? Overwatch will be a thing until the end of time. Diablo 2 is still a thing. StarCraft 1 is still a thing, and it's about to get a remaster. Blizzard does not let a game die. They will let it go and continue to support it. Blizzard just updated like Diablo 2 to make it more compatible with Windows 10 like a few months ago. They keep support of their games. Will it ever die down? Yes, it will die down, but it will die down long time down the road. They might make a sequel. I'm not sure. It depends on how big the competitive scene for the first game kind of, I think, blossoms. If it's stuck to just a casual experience, like with just normal players like us, the normies, I think they'll come out with a sequel, but Overwatch as a thing is so big right now that it'll be going on for another 10 years, just like World of Warcraft, just like Diablo, just like Warcraft. All these games have been around forever and they're still supported today. So Overwatch, forever, filthy casuals. And our last question from Luna Shade says, do you think watching YouTube/Twitch influences games people buy more than ads/TV? Yes. Yes, I do. 100%. I have not bought a game from an ad. I almost want to say ever, but I think I did during the GameCube days when I had no access to like all of this YouTube world of games. Nowadays, the biggest marketing, and a lot of people know it, it comes from YouTubers or Twitchers or stuff like that, influencers in some small way. Hey, Anthony likes a game, you like Anthony recommends it, maybe you'll like it. And I think it's because people online gravitate to people who are like-minded or like similar things. Like I have a bunch of critics that I like to watch that are very similar in my taste, so I know when they like something, I like something, and I think that's why people gravitate to these specific things. People know marketing on TV is just a very specific, calculated thing to make like, oh, look how cool. That's why you see a lot of TV ads are just like CGI trailers to trick, sorry to say this, but the dumb masses who don't understand that that's not gameplay. My dad could see a trailer, I'm sure, at some point for some game and be like, holy crap, is that what it really looks like? No, it's not, but it still gets him talking about like, holy crap, is that what that game looks like? People don't know. That's also like how Xbox is doing their whole exclusive thing. Xbox exclusive. Xbox doesn't have any exclusives. They're all on PC. Anyways, yes, I think YouTube and Twitch influences game purchases more than anything on the market now, and I think that's why a lot of publishers, the Neebs Gaming guys, work with EA, with Battlefield, and they're not getting paid off to like the games. You can watch Broken Field 4 for that, but they bring us out to those events. Well, they bring out the guys to those events to check them out, talk about what they think is cool in the game, and share footage with them because they know the Battlefield Friends kind of like cartoon, hey, there we go, perfect shirt for today, is better marketing than like any trailer they could have put now. And they know that it's important to foster a community. Community is more important than ever, and because YouTubers and Twitchers create communities, putting those communities behind their games, they understand is more important than any Super Bowl ad could ever do. Anyways, guys, that's just what I think about these topics. What do you guys think? What is your favorite butt? What do you think about anything else that I talked about? It's kind of showing that the only thing I remember is butts. But if you have any questions that you want me to talk about, I like this format of just answering what you guys have questions about. So if you guys have a topic you want me to talk about, go to Twitter and do CSN Talks on your post, and I'll see it, and I'll put it in the show, and we'll talk about it. I never know how to end these, so I'm just gonna look cool.